kind of messed up, man. You said he's not going to fight the winner out of Wardley versus Daniel. He's not going to fight them. Fury's not going to fight them. I don't think AJ's going to fight them. How are they supposed to get the chance to advance? In boxing, you've got to fight the draws. If the draws don't fight you, what do you do? If Dubois beats Wardley, it'd be understandable that Usyk isn't in a rush to fight Dubois. But if Wardley gets past Dubois, he'd be undefeated, another scalp, and depending on how he does Daniel, should be in line. Should be in line. Sorry about that. Phone just rang. Um, what about Deontay Wilder and his documentary? What do you guys think about Deontay Wilder and his documentary? There's a link there. If anyone who I know wants to come in there and talk, the link is there. But if you try any of that BATTY boy business, you know what I mean? I chuck you out, you know what I mean? Chuck out your blowout. You get me? But there's a link there. What about a boxing podcast with Deontay Wilder and John Fury? How would that go? Deontay Wilder and John Fury doing a podcast. That would be true. Oh my god. All right. The last video is still processing. Okay. It's gonna go on X. See what stories we got. Frank Warren, irrelevant. Frank Warren rejects John Fury feud with Carl Froch. Hmm. Market. What would the podcast be called? He says, Bomb Squad on the Hard Road. Okay. Who's more unhinged, Deontay or John? If you're on black power politics, and don't get me wrong, there is a place for Pan African politics. There definitely is a place. But if you're one of them people who follow Deontay Wilder and think he's actually saying something, you're a dumbass, uneducated person. My opinion, though, isn't it? Radio Raheem, passed him the mic. Tell the people what you're talking of, the issues you're talking of. Google it. Google it. We used to be 1/5 human. Now it's 3/5. It's 3/5. Eddie Hearn and Barry, I bet if you go down their bloodline, they were slave traders. No, actually, Barry came up from a very poor working class background and built himself up. Yeah? And built himself up. That's what happens when you talk without researching or caring about receipts, freestyling, and you can't freestyle to save your life. Any people like that have to debate people who actually know about the politics of Pan-Africanism in America. He'd look dumb as anything. And only them idiots who support him will still say, yeah, Deontay talking real crap. Thick as two short planks, bro. Rob the old mongoose. Bit random, but it's mad to think Sugar Ray Robinson's first loss came to Turpin. He had already fought that month and 3 times previously. And what? His first loss was not against Randolph Turpin. His first loss was not against Randolph Turpin. You got that wrong. His first loss wasn't against Randolph Turpin. He lost to Jake LaMotta before that. Yeah. Jake LaMotta won the first fight that they had, and then Ray won the other 4, I think. Did they fight 5 times? I might got that wrong. But that wasn't his first loss. Muhammad, what's up? It depends who he fought. It depends. It depends. It depends. Anyone can get beaten. Being unbeaten doesn't really tell the full story. It might tell something in some cases, but depends. Like he fought, what was his name? What Rocky was it? What floored him? And they like the footage is there, and it's an argument whether he got knocked out. Did he beat the count? Did Rocky Castellani? I forgot what one it is. Depends. Anyone can get beaten. But he had a tremendous record, though. That's not in dispute. He had a great record. What was it? By the time he lost to Turpin, it was 100 and how much wins? 2 losses, I think. His prime was at welterweight as well. He beat Tommy Bell for the welterweight title. Beat the likes of Fritzy Zivic. I even think he got a win over Henry Armstrong. That might have been before he won the title. As an amateur, he had about, what was it, 70 fights. He won all 70, bro. And like he was just banging people over in the amateurs, just getting sparked. That might have been a lightweight. I'm not even sure. Best combination puncher ever, Sugar Ray Robinson. Best. Best. Best combination puncher. Attention, interest. Hey, yo. What's happening? Yeah, man, just here. Dropping the knowledge. Sugar Ray Robinson's combinations against Rocky Graciano. That was scary, isn't it? That was absolutely scary. And he just come off the canvas, come off the canvas. And he served him up that combination, bro. Horrible. I always wonder, like, how did he generate all that power? All that leverage in his shots. Josh Warrington blamed the referee for the last fight against Lee Wood. That's got to be a joke, surely. He turned away from the action. Mark it. Zuffa, will it last? Well, people are saying that the live experiences and all that, there's no vibes there at all, no atmosphere, no one's really cheering or roaring. How comes the UFC energy hasn't transferred to the boxing? Maybe they're just not into boxing like that. Maybe they're just not gonna gravitate to Dana as a promoter. Maybe they don't make it. Dana's created a lot of enemies. As successful as he's been, building an $11 billion empire, there's a certain perception of him that he's power hungry. And the resistance he's going to get in boxing is that he's not prepared to work with people to make the best fights. It seems like they just want to keep everything over there, which it's not. It's not really. It's not really good for the fans. Forget the media. It's not good. It's not good for the fans, is it? Like, just another belt, another person competing for the space to take it all for themselves. Dana will not be the savior of boxing. I said. People say, "Why are you picking up Dana?" The first thing I said, the first one of the, is he will not be the savior of boxing. Why do people always take? See, the thing is, yeah, it's easy to listen to the parts you want to listen to and ignore the parts you don't. I've always said he will not be the savior of boxing. He will not be, and neither will Turkey. Actually, neither will Turkey. Tyson Fury said Alexander Usyk will be begging him for a trilogy before the end of the year. Is that what he said? And just because some Google AI algorithm said that he's the biggest fish in the pond, he's really taking stock from that. I tell you what, though, you got to be careful against Makhmudov, you know. Really got to be careful. All Makhmudov has to do is get a few tactics that, like, will catch Fury by surprise. And that ring rust will be exposed. That 38-year-old body that looks like porridge right now will get exposed. It will get exposed. This man got decked by Ngannou. In my opinion, he really got a stoppage on his record against Usyk. And robbed Usyk of the stoppage. Ronan, Zuffa will last as long as that Turkey money is still there. Yeah, that's a good point. At Market, he says, can't see Zuffa build boxes like traditional promoters. All the fights will be in-house and it will get boring real quick. Plus Turkey will walk away. Walk away after all that money is invested. I don't think it'd be that easy to walk away. Yes, man, like we're talking federal law here to get that Muhammad Ali Act changed and shit, man. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, bruh. To run a UBO is not cheap. Lisa, what's up, Lisa? Veritas says Zuffa is missing a huge opportunity investing all that money in the US. The biggest untapped market with talent is Africa, and they're more hungry than anyone for opportunities. Well, you say that. What's the proof that the biggest untapped market is in Africa? Like, you're trying to get cards going in Nigeria and Ghana. Towards the end of last year, we had Dan Aziz versus Craig Richards, which was a decent fight. The one in Nigeria, I didn't dig that with Lawrence Okoli against Tete. I didn't dig that at all. Are you talking about the post-fight presser, Lisa? It was a dictatorship. Like, did you see the way he shut down the guy who asked him about the UFC guy who wanted to spar with Crawford? Oh, you get the price for the dumbest question. He just shut him down. And then you had the woman who was literally sounding like his wife. Was that Dana's wife, that woman? Hey, I predicted that, though. I predicted that. I said he's going to take control of the press conferences, the media, the accreditation. I said that. I said he was going to do that. All the people saying you're pro Dana, I've told you everything he was going to do. What it is, people don't like it because sometimes I would just call the facts as it is. I'm not taking a bit. You know, I really hate it. It really upsets me. So they say, oh, you're pro this. No, I'm not pro anything. I'll just give you the facts as it is. I just give you the facts. That's all. You know what I mean? All I do is give the facts. I'll provide receipts, facts, and sometimes I'll give my own anecdotal take as well. Yeah? Yeah, listen, he's a control freak. What do you want me to say? If no one doesn't know that about Dana, then like, what am I doing here? I must be talking to people who are clueless. He's a control freak. But all you have to do is listen to Dana talk for 5 seconds and you realize he's a control freak. Everyone knows that. He's a control freak. That Keyshawn versus Devin fight is going crazy. If that fight gets made, that's a huge fight across there. They're the type of fights I want to see across the pond. See them type of fights there? Yeah. Give me Keyshawn versus Devin. That is some real throwback American boxing. That's a bad boy fight. That fight there is gangster. Most gangster fight. Keyshawn and Devin is the fight. That's a bad fight. I don't care who wants to say Devin boring. I ain't even listening to a bar of what you're saying. Keyshawn and Devin is the fight, bro. That's my fight. That's my fight. That's my fight, bro. I don't know who wins. I'm looking at Najee's post. I don't know who wins. I just know I'm in. I'm in. I am in. Get that on the zone. I'm in. If Turkey don't want to back it, that's Turkey's business. So what's happening here, man? Pacquiao's exhibition pivot just blew up Rolly's title picture, with Manny now locked into the Provodnikov exhibition and chasing Mayweather instead. He's off the table as Rolly's money fight. Oh, they took Rolly's bag. So Gayasov has got to get his shot, surely. Unless Conor Benn can step in. Conor Benn will knock Rolly out. Let me tell you this now, yeah? I'm telling you from now, right? I'm going to put it on my Twitter, on my X, yeah? I'm going to do it now. I know Lisa remember. I'm putting it on there now. Let me print it up now. Bad matchup for Rolly. It's a bad matchup for Rolly. It's a bad matchup. It's a bad matchup. Conor Benn. Knocks out Rolly. Roly-poly. Knocks out Rolly. Makes him do the roly-poly. Oh, gosh. Right. Bookmark that. Bookmark it. Bookmarked. I'd love that to be the next fight. I won't mind that to be the next fight. Anyone interested in that one? Rolly versus Conor Benn? Oh, you're talking about Tyson Fury's presser. Yeah, Tyson just talking nonsense, man. Veritas says the proof is, look who's dominating British boxing. Who really put British boxing on the map globally? Yeah, not African fight. Like what? You can't class Moses and Torma and AJ as African. They're British. They're British. The British fighters. They're part African. I get what you're saying if you're going there. I get there's grey area and nuance, but they're British. I'm talking about fighters born on the continent, dominating and putting it in. Where are they from Africa? Where are they? You can't say Moses Atoma is African. Derek Chisora, okay, he's born in Zimbabwe, but he's a former British champion. He's former British champion, bro. Commonwealth. Derek's supposed to Reform Party. He's about as African as me and you. And I've got deep African phenotypes feature-wise. But I'm a British boy. I'm British. If I go over any part of Africa and say, yeah, I'm African, they're gonna laugh at me. Yeah? Like if we go back a yard and tell man, yeah, me a yard man just like Kuno. Go with English boy. Yeah, I did. You know what I mean? Yeah. And you're right. Russell versus Matthias. What about it? What about Russell versus Matthias? Russell's fighting Haruka, the Japanese guy, Saturday. Yeah, he's fighting Provodnikov, Lisa Pacquiao. I didn't know Provodnikov was still fighting, bro. Now, if that fight had happened 2014, when did Provodnikov last fight? Like, let's say that fight happened like some Bradley. That'd have been a flipping barnstormer, boy. That'd have been a bad fight, man. Pacquiao versus Provodnikov back then. Bad fight, man. I used to like Provodnikov. Provodnikov was one of my favorite fighters, bro. Provodnikov, bad. He came in there for war, bro. He came in there for war. Ruslan Provodnikov, you know. Yeah, he's a bad man. Proper bad man. Proper bad man. Yeah, if that fight had happened, let's say just before he lost to Chris Algieri, 2013, the same year he fought Bradley, that and Pacquiao, that'd have been a bad fight. That'd have been a wicked fight. Rob the old mongoose. It happens, me old friend. He said, I'm chatting like I just out of bed. Yeah. LaMotta was the first loss. Your point was guys like that must have been made of something different, fighting twice a month or more. What about the middleweight champion, Harry Greb? Didn't he fight 45 times in a year? I don't think he lost either. Veritas. Rolly should never have become world champion in the first place. If Ben doesn't win, that's an indictment to his overall ceiling. Agreed. No argument at all. No argument at all. If he can't handle Rolly, I mean, then yeah, that's an indictment to his overall ceiling. Yeah, case closed. Case closed on that. Veritas. That's why I said Zuffa could have invested in infrastructure, training facilities, etc. That's the difference why black Brits have success in boxing internationally. But that applies for any sport. Oh, so why would Zuffa invest in infrastructure in Africa and they're an American-based company? Wouldn't they be better served investing in America where African-American kids could get access to the facilities? Why would they give their facilities to Africa? I don't get that. I just don't get that comment there. You know what I mean? No, that would go to American kids first. The infrastructure training facility. That goes to American kids first. You don't give someone else the building blocks to build up an empire, a dynasty. You don't do that. You don't do that. That's like feeding someone else's kids and leaving yours there with their stomachs rumbling. I don't get that at all. I don't get that at all. I wouldn't do that if I was them. No way. No way. Like if I'm the holder of a whole load of cash that I have to allocate to boxing facilities, trainers and stuff, and gyms in my hands, British kids are getting it first. British kids are getting it first before any blood clot, and I don't care who don't like it, right? British kids get it first. Me the business who don't like it and who want to argue. British kids get it first. Yeah? There's wealthy people in Africa who can fund all them sports if they wanted to, but maybe they have other agendas for their money and they're entitled to do so. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say that, right? The reason I say that is because the resources in our country are not being allocated properly. There's a lot of kids who need access to a lot of stuff. Forget sports, just like nutrition, education, job opportunities, training. But that money's getting sucked out the system by corrupt, you know who, in parliament and whatnot. Yeah. Give it to British kids first. I developed the British boxers over here first. All day. Like AJ, he invested in the British clubs during lockdown. I'm sure he's invested in Nigeria as well. 100%. Yeah. Listen, if I had the money, don't get me wrong. You know, my next port of call after the UK would be the Caribbean, would be Montserrat, Jamaica, right? Yeah, I'd have to, you know what I mean, give something back and help develop the infrastructure. If we're just talking boxing, yeah, fair enough. But Britain first. This is the country that my parents chose to settle in. Britain first. Beauty the pencil. Big up. Big up Jimmy. Anyone interested in next week's action? Navarrete versus Nunes. I have to get my breakdown done for that, actually. Get my breakdown done. I wonder if the winner out of Eddie's probably planning to match up the winner out of Warrington and Wood with the winner out of Navarrete and Nunes. The American kid won't be happy, and I wouldn't blame him. What's his name again? The one who lost his belt to Nick Ball. It's a good fighter, actually. Let's forget his name. He beat Kolmatov. Ray. What's his name? Ray. Oh, man. Never my memory, dog. Never my memory, dog. Lose my memory, God. Ray Ford. Ray Ford is a good fighter, man. LeBron. We got LeBron James in the building.
Fuck all niggers. Fuck all niggers. Fuck all niggers. Fuck all niggers. Oh. Fuck all those niggers.
That's not nice. Not nice, LeBron. You see, now do you see why I don't give out links like that? Do you see what he did? Do you see what he did? Do you see why I don't do that? I hope that there's evidence for people to say, "Oh, Beats wouldn't let me in." If you saw that, then you know why. Unless I recognize you, I took a chance there. And you see what he did? Disgusting. That's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Do you guys see what he did? Anyone see what he did? Let's see if anyone got anything to say. And then you can explain why I don't just let anyone get the link. I'll put the link back in, but I'll be looking at carefully if I recognize who you are. You know what I mean? I'll be looking carefully. That was totally unnecessary, bro. Totally unnecessary. Why are you so angry as well? Why are you so angry? What is with the anger? Like you hate all people who are melanated. Like what for exactly? And you got no girls you're interested in or anything like that, or making some money or creating something. Ain't you got nothing? Or look after your mum, your dad, or your little brother or sister. And you got nothing else going on. It's horrible, man. You know, people live horrible existences. You live horrible existences. Horrible. Oh, what's happened to the world, man? See, you see, that's why, you see, this is why I don't let you guys come in there and try and stir up your pro-black shit, bro. I don't let people do that, bro. I don't let people do that. Yeah? People trying to take their inadequacies and their frustrations with dealing with the world out on your platform. No. I'm not with it, bro. I'm not with it. Go fix up your life, bro. Go fix up your life. Yeah? If you actually read some books on historical accounts of actual slaves who suffered, or indentured servants from Ireland, then you stop being a bloody victim and go live your life in the 2026, where opportunities are abundant for all young people in the Western world. But yet, all they want to do is, I'm a victim, I'm black fatigue, I hate this, oh, what? You make me sick. The lot of you make me sick. Big up Charlene, she saw it. Lisa said that was foul. The beauty said madness. Big up Sassad. There's real stuff going on in the world, bro. Real stuff. Natural disasters that have left little children who ain't got no roof over their head tonight. And there are you little spoilt brats in the West complaining about oppression and who you hate. Talking about Deontay Wilder. Wilder talking real shit, man. Wilder being oppressed by Simon Jordan. Not over here, bro. Not over here. You can go salt wood. Firelight business there. I'm sick of you. Sick of this world, bro. I'm sick of it. I am sick of it. Big up man from Montserrat. Sylvester. That's where my mom's from, Montserrat. My dad's from Yard. Yeah, just a sad keyboard warrior, Charlie. Yeah, sad keyboard warrior. Big up Bruce Gass. I don't understand these people. Who raised you? These people want to be in beefs every second with people. Every second, people want to be in beefs. Yeah, all right, we're against it. Every second, they want to be in beefs, in these fake internet beefs. Who are these people? I wouldn't mind if he had like a point, a bone of contention with black people, and he spoke it out and was able to literate and communicate himself. I wouldn't even mind. But just like just mindless bullcrap. The link is there though. I still leave the link in there, but I'll be looking to see if you've been on before, and even then, you know what I mean. The link is there. Kofi said that's not really a hot take. I'd be surprised if he wasn't the favorite in Vegas. I tell you what, Conor's gonna punch up Rolly. He's gonna punch him up so bad. punch up Rolly so bad. Bad style matchup for Rolly. If you're gonna try and box Rolly like how you did against Ryan, it ain't gonna work, bro. Ryan got a good left hook, but Ryan is zero offense, bro. Zero offense. Connor's coming with not only the left hook, he's coming out with the overhand right, his jab to your body, double jab to your body, and he's thumping you up. He's thumping you up. Anyway, let's get on with the boxing, bro. We're here to talk boxing. What other good stories? A lot happening in it. There's so much, man. I'm trying to get my head around it all. Lee Wood, Josh Warrington. Do you know that's an all sellout, not in a marina fight? The first one was a sellout. Remember that atmosphere? You see the atmosphere in the first fight? That's what Zuffa and a lot of the cards lack. And that's why they're saying the British fans are the best. I mean, there's no belt on the line for these guys, man. There's no belt. This is just a 130 straightener, right? No belt. Sold out the Not in the Marina. You watch just a bit of it if you get time, and you're going to hear the atmosphere in there. The first fight was nuts. It was a really good fight as well. Warrington was putting it on Wood. He was putting it on him. But I don't think Wood still got... I don't know. They really don't like each other, though. They really don't like each other. This is a genuine grudge match. Big domestic bad blood. Yes. Agreed. Matchroom made Virgil off. So Virgil, yeah, he's out of contract. But what Oscar is disputing is that the deal, the negotiation to stay on the zone hasn't been done. Because basically, if Golden Boy cannot offer Ortiz the zone platform, he can void the contract. But Oscar's saying the negotiation hasn't been done, so you can't do that. You've got to give him a chance to get the paperwork. It's crazy, though. Like, this story just going mad. And Ortiz is going to end up on the sidelines, bro. Ortiz will end up not fighting this year. Yeah. And then what? Just a matter of time before the zone kick Oscar off. It's just a matter of time now. Right, what's on? Let's get some stories up. Get some of the story. Any more hot takes? Still got a bit of time left on the clock. What's the time? Still got a quarter of an hour to go. Quarter of an hour to go, people. It'll be 5 o'clock by then. Yeah, all good, all good, all good, all good. All right. It's drying up, man. The news is drying up. Why did John Fury go after Steve Bunce? You see, but like Bunce didn't want no part of it, man. See, the thing is, though, if we're keeping it real, objective conversation, and I give objective conversations. I don't like. It's not I don't like echo chambers for the sake of it, but there's always two sides to something, man. Why has no one punched up John Fury? If everyone's saying that John Fury is all mouth and all bark, no bite, how come no one has stepped to him? No one stepped to him. Or has he just been lucky, or is he moving in circles where he can't get the smoke? What's my thoughts on Zuffa? I don't know, Bruce. It's they haven't done nothing really yet, have they? Let's be honest. What's your take on it, Bruce? If you've got 2 seconds, there's a link there. You can jump on. Bruce got a good channel, people. Bruce Gas, my man Bruce Gas. You know what I mean? He's into jazz like me. You know what I'm saying? See, me and Bruce are into stuff that a lot of people, I don't like it. I love jazz. I love jazz, man. I love jazz. You know what I'm saying? Zuffa. Is it too early to judge it at the moment? Could be too early. Yeah, man. Bruce Gas the Great. Big up the beauty. Bruce Gas, my dude, man. What are you guys' takes on Zuffa in the comment section? Big up Bruce. Got Bruce in the building. What's up, Bruce?
What's happening, brother?
What's happening, bro? What's happening?
Couldn't turn down an invitation from you, bro. You're one of my favorite channels on here, and whenever I see you bopping up, especially in the morning over here in America, man, kind of sets my day off on the right track.
Appreciated. Much appreciated, Bruce. Much appreciated. So what's your take on Zuffa?
Well, from what I understand, there's a lot of money behind them. And, Dana White, to me, boxing personalities behind the scenes, it really doesn't affect me. If the Super Bowl's on Channel 12, Channel 25, Fox, ESPN, it doesn't matter to me. They're going to have different announcers, but I'm there for the event. And Zuffa, right now, it's like a new kid on the block. From what I understand, they're signing a lot of heavyweights. They just signed Andy Ruiz, and they're showing their fights on a Friday evening and on a Sunday in America, which is really cool because Saturday nights is so congested. And one thing I really can't stand is when they overlap fights, especially main events. And Zuffa seems to understand that. They're having their cards on off nights. And from another thing that I admire about them, they have that in-house facility where their fighters that are signed, they don't have to go out and put together a training camp. They've got the nutritionist there. They've got the masseuse there. They've got the strength and conditioning coaches. It's almost like a fully contained boxing atmosphere. So I think it's a good thing for boxing, man. I'm really interested in these fights that pop up on Friday evening and Sunday evenings. So I just say give them some room. Let them mature. Let them either pass or fail. It just keeps boxing exciting, man. And the heavyweight action is popping in the next couple of months, man. It's really a good time to be a fan right now.
Okay, that's quite a positive analysis on it. A lot of people over there, is that the general feel over there? Because it seems to me that a lot of people just don't want Dana to be involved in boxing across the pond. I think over the UK they've got a more neutral take on it because they're not exposed to UFC like you guys, and you've got the antitrust lawsuits and all the money they've had to pay back. So is that how a lot of people feel? They're giving Zuffa a chance, you'd say?
Well, you got a lot of people that come on YouTube and they just like to argue, and it doesn't really matter. They'll pick a side and not even knowing what's going on, blind ambition. The internet's blowing up with that. And to me, the personalities behind boxing, most of them are rats anyway. We look at Eddie Hearn, all the way from Don King, going even further back than that to Meyer Lansky days, man. Boxing's been has real shitty people behind it. And if Dana White wants to jump in there, maybe try to clean up his image a little bit, hey, man, I'm not going to pay attention to Dana White. I'm going to pay attention to the fights that he puts on.
Yeah, man. Like Dana, like you're saying, Meyer Lansky days, Blinky Palermo, James Norris, Frankie Carbo. Oh, boy, not good. And Don, he had he had a few henchmen there. What was that guy's name, man? He was a nasty piece of work. I forgot his name, man. But yeah, he threatened is it Alex Waller? He threatened Alex Waller.
Well,
Yeah,
but you know,
because
they just never play by the rules. That's or what rules there are, and that's boxing. Boxing's not tennis. You know, boxing's not badminton. It's a gruff, dirty sport. People die when they fight, and you know, it's entertainment for us, and especially YouTube, man. You know, you get these channels that turn on. They just want to get people up there to argue. You see 9 people on a panel, everybody talking over each other. Um, I don't know, man. It's kind of turning me off. I'm watching more movies and streaming more TV shows than I am watching boxing every night now. You know, just the entertainment of YouTube boxing. You know, going out and checking out what people are saying, but they're all saying the same shit, man. You know, and it's just it's redundant, and you can tell there's a lack of education there.
it was just like, you know, like when I really got into boxing, Bruce, like I was watching Camacho at junior lightweight when he took on Rafael Solis and Bazooka Joe Limon, Ray Mancini when he fought Arguello when he fought Pryor. And it was just like it seemed like a simpler process. It seemed more enjoyable. It just and everything seemed to be good. All the matchups were good. There weren't no real crap matchups. I don't know.
Well, see now we see the whole card. Like the other night, the Zuffa card, I believe it started at about 6 o'clock in the evening around here, and it continued all the way up until almost midnight. So they're giving us 6 hours of you know, preliminaries, co-main events, people we've never heard of. A lot of that shit turns people off because, you know, we have a short attention span. And back in the glory days, there'd be a set hour between, around here it was between 4 and 6, and that was boxing. So you didn't have to worry about your mind wandering. You know, you were right in front of the TV set. And like you said, man, that was the glory days of boxing. We had Aguayo and Pryor. I mean, we had Rafael Bazooka Limon, Macho Camacho. Every week it was more and more, and every weight class, every champion was featured. And they had that little thing before the fights. I know the Zuffa did that on Sunday. They had a little pre-show where they brought you to the fighter's hometown, kind of introduced us to him, which I thought was cool. It kind of reminded me of the HBO days. But you know, we're never going to go back to the glory days of boxing. There's just too many chefs and cooking the stew right now. It's all over the place.
See, you made the best point there, you know, right? It's no point giving people the whole 6-hour joint. It's counterproductive. It's best when they edit it down to 2 free fights, like highlights of one fight, and maybe you get the co-main and main, right? And like, you know what they used to do in the UK, Bruce? Like when Tyson fought, let's say he fought Carl the Truth Williams, right? Would get the Tyson fight and they'd show that, and maybe a couple of highlights here and there. And then a couple of weeks after on ITV, then they'll show us Burbeck versus Douglas on the undercard, show us the whole fight. They'd cut it up and they'd stretch it out. But like, people don't have the attention deficit to appreciate the whole card. It's a waste of content, really. It's literally a waste of content. And see, the thing is, like as you said, if you just chop it up, you can make the hour or so programming a lot better. You can put extra things in because you're not trying to fit all these fights in. You can go to the fighters' homes, the towns, like you're saying, and you can do a way better job on it. You can do a way better job of producing the boxing. You know, and like you said, man, these days they're giving you the whole card. You got 100 media outlets asking the same stupid questions, and it's actually, people say, oh well, it's extra information that it can't be bad. No, it's actually counterproductive. Actually, feeding too much is actually counterproductive. That's a good point.
No, exactly. See, the hardcore fan, you know, the boxing addict like maybe like I have some of that inside of me. We'll sit there, we'll watch the whole 6 hours, but you're alienating the casuals, you're alienating the people that you want to bring on board, because they're not going to sit there and they're not going to watch a 4-round senior welterweight bout with 2 cats that they never heard of. Maybe they'll sit there for 5 minutes and go, okay, and by the time they get back, the main event is come and gone. I think the programming is going to be a little more concise. They have to, like you said, put those main cards together without having all the undercard fluff. Like when Don King used to put those main cards on, when he had Mike Tyson, he would have a major Mike Tyson fight that would draw all eyes all around the world to watch the fight. But then the undercard would be stacked. He'd have Chavez on the undercard. I mean, he'd have Michael Dokes, Ozzy Ocasio, all these top fighters, but they'd be gravy for us, and we knew who they were too. It wasn't like they're shoving us an undercard of unknowns and you're just giving us the main event. Back in the day, like when Don King, say what you want about him, he put on some of the greatest pay-per-view cards of all time. And I say pay-per-view, I was a black box streaming kind of a guy, but he gave you quality. He gave you a quantity and quality. Now we're just getting the quantity.
Yeah, Don was that dude, man. Don was definitely that dude. You know what I mean? But you know what the issue is across where you are? No one has replaced Don or Bob Arum as promoters. They haven't been replaced. And that's really affected the presentation of boxing out there. They haven't been replaced. I wonder, like,
I don't think they can be, because I think. No, I'm saying that's a bygone era. Right now, there's so much transparency that Don King, they could never get away with that shit today. Even Bob Arum is as intelligent and as legal that he tried to be. There's just too many fact checkers today, too many outside organizations. It's a swamp out there now, where before it was an ocean where there were barracudas in there, but now it's just full of traps and nets and everything else. It's a whole different waters that we're navigating in boxing today.
Yeah. There's lots of stuff that the old school promoters couldn't get away with today, what they are now. But I think Zuffa is okay. I can't say it's great, but it's free on YouTube. I watched some of the undercard. I watched the main event, obviously. I think it's okay. I don't think it's shaking up the foundations of boxing or anything. Yeah, I think it's okay. You know what I mean? So you looking forward to any of the fights this weekend, Bruce?
Oh yeah, man. What do we got? We got Mario Barrios and Ryan Garcia this weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be an entertaining show no matter what happens.
I've got Barrios winning, man.
Yeah, Ryan's never showed us.
Unless Ryan can land bang with that left hook, I've got Barrios beating him.
I'll tell you what I'm really looking forward to is all the heavyweight fights that are coming up. We got so many of the heavyweights are all in action. I mean, this weekend. Oh yeah, Tyson Fury. I mean, we got Richard Torres.
Woodley. You got Woodley and Daniel.
Yeah, Woodley and Daniel. We got Wilder and freaking and Del Boy.
Zora.
Yeah, Frank Sanchez and Richard Torres Jr. And even some of the fights that people wouldn't be drawn to. I'm looking forward to Moses Atuma and Jermaine Franklin. That all these fights are coming up within the next few weeks.
That's an underrated fight, That fight's underrated. Like Jermaine Franklin, he proved his value against AJ and Dillian. He proved that he can fight. He arguably beat Dillian.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is the good thing about boxing is now instead of having to talk about all these fights, they're putting them all together. Even these lower level heavyweights clean up the mess, and then move up, and then put on some major presentations. But it seems like they're all getting in there within the next few months. And I mean, even Tyson Fury. Did you see Fury's press conference yesterday?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
He looks like he hasn't changed at all. I was figuring he would look a little drained, a little chubby. He actually looked pretty good.
He appears to be in good spirits, but he's been out of the ring for over a year. He's 38 years of age now. He's got to be careful he don't get clipped early. If he gets clipped early, this fight can be trouble.
Oh yeah. Well, who was that MMA fighter that dropped him? Nagano. I could see something like that happening early.
And that's what that's what my guy needs to work on, like catching him early with a quick left hook. A quick left hook, man. If he can just make some adjustments to his game, it could be a tough fight for Fury. But Fury should win. It's a good fight, though. I actually think it's a good choice of opponent. What I didn't like is that he doesn't want to fight the winner out of Wiley and Daniel Dubois. That'd be a good fight, especially in the UK. That'd be a stadium fight. But he's just like banking on winning this fight and hopefully getting the Usyk fight, which is it's a shame, really.
You think Anthony Joshua's going to come back, or do you think that that crash might have been too much for him?
It's hard to tell. He's gone for a real life tragedy right there. It's hard to tell whether he mentally can sum it up. Physically, I don't know how badly he was injured. It's hard to say. It's hard to say for AJ. That's a tough one to get over. At this stage, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. It'd be great to see him come back because the sport doesn't have big draws like that, and the sport needs draws. And like without AJ, there's something missing, especially in the UK. Like you could kind of notice last year there was something lacking in UK boxing last year. Even though Eubank and Conor fought, we didn't have either Fury or AJ there. We got AJ late last year, but neither of them had any proper fights, and you could feel there was something missing. It's kind of like America. There's no big personalities no more. There ain't really no big personalities there.
No, especially in the heavyweight division. I mean, we're banking on Richard Torres.
Oh yeah. He needs a good showing against Frank Sanchez. Yeah, needs a good showing.
No, that's a really interesting fight because Frank Sanchez, if he's on, they said his last fight he had, he's coming back from a knee operation, the Abayal fight.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I mean, they're all getting into action now. I mean, Fabio Wardley and Daniel Dubois for the WBO belt. That's going to be interesting as hell too. And people are saying, well, Dubois, he shouldn't get a title shot. But the thing is, there's so many titles out there. He's just fighting. To me, he's not fighting a legit world champion in Wardley. Wardley's got a lot to prove too. So this is a great crossroads fight.
Oh yeah, this is a chance for them to prove their credentials and potentially get in the mix. That's what this is. I've got a feeling Wardley's going to win it though. I was thinking Daniel, but I've got a feeling Wardley's going to beat him. I think Wardley's going to beat him, man.
What went on last time? Dubois said that there was a party at his house while he was fighting Usyk or some shit like that. Did you catch that one, man?
Well, there was a party then when he fought AJ. He had a party then, and he had a party when he fought Usyk, but he got beaten up by Usyk. So it's a story, but yeah, he had a party there. That's his dad. His dad is a law unto himself. Just does his own thing. But he's back with Don Charles. They seem happy, and the camp seems like it's energized again, which is good.
And the thing about Dubois too, he's an exciting heavyweight because he comes from some wins to losses to wins to losses. That's old school right there. He doesn't get discouraged by an L.
Yeah, that's old school. That's the old school Philadelphia style. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't let the game change you. You change the game. You know what I'm saying?
That's it, man. And L, that's part of boxing. There's got to be a winner. There's got to be a loser. The problem today is the fighters are afraid to go in a 50-50 fight. But I like what's going on today. You know, right now in boxing, they're putting these fighters in, especially the heavyweights. They're putting them in with questionable opponents. Where I mean, look at Deontay Wilder and fucking Chisora. Who's going to win that fight?
Oh, Chisora's going to win it.
Well, a lot of people are saying, a lot of interest in that. A lot of people are saying Dubois fucking Deontay's going to catch him with that right hand, but he hasn't caught anybody with that right hand in a long time.
I'll tell you what, yeah. Deontay thinks that he's got a nice gatekeeper, aging guy who walks into punches. But it's like I was explaining before. Derek is the throwback fighter. Derek is the guy who would dare you to knock him out or he's going to run you over. And if Wilder is just a fraction slower delivering that right hand, Derek's going to walk through him. He's going to walk through him, man. He's going to punch him to the body. He's going to land him overhand rights. He's going to end Wilder's career. Wilder will have to win by a one-shot knockout. You know what I mean? A lot of people are not like, Derek's going to be very emotional. Derek, you know what Derek's going to be like when he comes out? Like, you see, like people, like what I said there. There was two parties with Daniel, but no one talks about the party with AJ because he won the fight. And like Oliver McCall, everyone says, oh, you can see he had a mental breakdown against Lennox Lewis because he started crying. What they don't realize, in the first fight where he knocked Lennox out, he was crying before the fight started. He was crying. He was crying on his way to the ring. He's a crazy man. And that's Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora is going to be very emotional in that O2 Arena, his last fight. Derek is going to fight like you said something bad to his mom, and he's got to get some payback. That's what he's going to come out like. Derek is prepared to die in there. This is his last fight. Very emotional Derek. And if Wilder is coming from the baggage with Telly and just thinks, oh, it's another fight, he's going to get hurt in there. He's going to get hurt. He's going to get hurt in there. This fight is not a... Derek didn't take this fight to be Wilder's friend. Wilder thinks, oh, we're all buddies. And no, Deontay. No. This is serious shit. And perhaps
I don't think Wilder's right upstairs. I think he did too much of that ayahuasca. But the way he's talking, he's crazy. He's out there. I think Casora's going to bring him back to reality. Secret Dance Move says this is an easy fight for Wilder.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Yeah. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right, but maybe you're wrong. Maybe you're wrong. You got to remember, man, Deontay Wilder gave Usyk a very, very, very tough fight. Deontay Wilder beat Joseph Parker, who beat Deontay Wilder, right? They just didn't give Derek the decision. It was an outrageous decision. You can go see my live and see how I reacted. Derek floored Joseph Parker and dominated the fight, and they did not give him the decision. They did not give him the decision. People are, hey, listen, they said that Takam was going to beat up Derek. They said a lot of people are going to beat up Derek. Derek ain't that guy. Listen, Derek was supposed to get flattened in 2 rounds by Vitaly Klitschko. Derek pushed him all the way. Vitaly was exhausted at the end. Derek was exhausted as well. Derek went over to Finland, was supposed to lose against the unbeaten Helenius. Helenius was top shit. He just beat up what's his name, the Nigerian Sam Peter, and was knocking people out, unbeaten. And Derek beat him. He just didn't get the decision. The first fight that Derek had with Tyson Fury, it was the UD. But go watch the fight. Go watch the whole fight. This people, hey, listen. Derek's going to knock him out, or he's going to beat him. Derek is going to beat Deontay Wilder. He's going to beat him. 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 If Wilder buys into anyone like secret dance move saying it's going to be an easy fight, you got trouble, bro. Got big trouble coming up. Derek's going to be very, very. And see, the thing is, he knows Wilder can hit. He knows Wilder can hit. So Derek knows the quicker he gets him out of there, the better. This is going to be a very dangerous Derek. Very dangerous.
I agree. I think Chisora's going to smother him, and I think Wilder's going to have doubt after he maybe lands that right hand and he doesn't stop the bull coming after him. So, I see a pretty easy unanimous decision or mid to late round stoppage by Derek Chisora in that fight. That's how I look at it. I haven't seen anything from Wilder.
I'll be shocked if Wilder wins it. I'll be shocked.
Yeah. I haven't seen anything from Wilder. Even that last fight that he had, that no-name guy that he took on out, I think it was in Oklahoma. I thought he was getting beat by that one. I mean, the judges had Wilder with a wide decision. But I'm watching the fight live, and I'm seeing Wilder not land his punches, getting counted. And they ended up stopping the fight 7th or 8th round. But I don't think Wilder's ready for a fighter like Chisora. Chisora never gives you a bad night.
Deontay's fighting for a payday. Look, I won't be so like one-sided and deny that he might be able to get a flashback and something triggers the right hand to do something he could do 5-6 years ago. But I think he's fighting for money. I think he's fighting for the money. I think Tyson said it. Tyson said before he fought him the second time, he said that you're going to end up back in the ring fighting for money because you've made bad decisions with your life. And I think he could be there.
Mm-hmm. Very, very possible. Because I mean, the money that these heavyweight fighters are making, it's life-changing money. It's 7-figure. The 6-figure is considered a B-side fighter in this league today. So
secret dance move. Derek doesn't walk in straight lines. Derek moves his head. Derek does move his head. I don't know if you watch Derek Chisora. His style is basically modeled off Joe Frazier. He does actually move his head. If he didn't move his head, he'd be dead by now with that style. He'd be dead. He moves his head. He's not. No, he doesn't try to move his head. He moves his head. He moves his head, or he'd be dead by now. He doesn't try. He does move his head. You can't fight the amount of punches he's fought and not move your head. You'd be dead. You'd be dead.
Oh, definitely. He's fought some bangers in his career. Even when he fought Joe Joyce, he outboxed Joe. I mean, Joe Joyce was slow, and I think that's probably the last fight that Joyce had. But Chisora looked like he looked like Ali in there against Joe Joyce.
Yeah, Wilder, he's got he can't just rely on the right hand. He needs to get that jab consistently moving and create the angles. Should be good. I can't wait for that one.
No, there's just been so much. There's so much good stuff coming up, man. And 42. See, these fighters, they don't understand. They don't understand that age of 40. I noticed that the other night with Prince Charles Williams and Efe Ajagba. Prince Charles Williams had that experience, and he was in that Zuffa camp, so he was in the best condition I've seen him in maybe, I don't know, in a long, long time. But once that age crept in there, he was just a fraction of a second slower. Ajagba in his prime. I mean, it was It was a kid mugging an old man towards the end. And in age, you never know, man. You know, when does experience become old age in the ring? Right before your very eyes. So that could happen too with either one of them.
You never know. I like that you called him Prince Charles Williams. It was Charles Martin, but I know what you're talking about, man. Like the two fights with Bobby Chiz. The two fights with Bobby Chiz, man. Like you remember that was a classic, man. The first one where Bobby Chiz was kicking his ass, bro, and then Williams came back with them uppercuts. That was 175. Remember that fight, Bruce?
I remember, not as well as you do, but I definitely remember the fight happening. Like I talked to Bobby Chiz the other day, not talk, but a back and forth text. It was his birthday.
Oh, Bobby's still around, man.
Yeah, he's sick, man. He's sick, and I don't know how well he's doing, but they had a fundraiser for him last year. You know, he's
his dad wanted him to get into some was it medical? Was it an optician or a medical profession? He didn't want him to box, but Bobby was determined to box.
Oh, he was a genius IQ, Mensa level. He was in the in that executive Mensa club. Very, very interesting guy. But yeah, him and Prince Charles Williams, that was a great series that they had.
Yeah, Prince Charles stopped him twice, man. He stopped him twice. I remember the first fight, man. My guy, Bobby Chiz, landed that shotgun right hand, man. That shotgun right hand and floored him. But I don't know, like the recuperative powers, man. Like the way, like Charles Williams got off the count. Wow. But the bell rang just at the right time when he got floored. He went down a few times and he came back. And what it was, Chiz was trying to finish the fight. I remember because I used to watch that fight so much times. Chiz tried to finish, he sort of ran out of steam. And then towards the end of the round where he was knocked down, Charles came back with them uppercuts. And Bobby started punching and the fight just turned. Great fights, man. I think I'm just looking it up. Hearns and Roldan was on the card as well. Hearns and Roldan for the middleweight title. That was a great fight.
The vacant WBC middleweight title.
Yeah.
Was that about 1986?
That was a great fight. 87.
87.
87. Yeah, 87. Yeah, but yeah. Yeah, Charles Martin looked pretty good at the start on Sunday. He looked pretty good.
I thought he was going to pull an upset. I thought he was going to pull an upset, but then when I saw a Jogba, how well he was boxing, how solid his jabs were, it was like a matter of time after that. And we pretty much saw Martin get old in front of our very eyes.
If a Jagba lands that type of punch on anyone, them type of punches, he can beat, I think, apart from maybe you said, he can beat a lot of the contenders on there. He's got a lot of power. That straight right is a powerful shot, bro. It's a weapon. It's a dangerous weapon.
He's coming off that draw with McCauley. McCauley's another one. Yeah, he's got to jump in the mix right now. He's got to get in there and do something. Because we're going to forget about him with all these heavyweights going at it. The winners looking for each other. You got to get in that mix, or you're going to be forgotten. Like even like Mike the Bounty Hunter, he's got a fight coming up.
Who's he fighting?
I don't know. I speak to his manager on occasion. I got to give him a buzz and find out because he told me that he's got a fight coming up, but he didn't have any names that he could tell me. So
his career just went off.
I was going to say that's a wasted career.
You know what happened, man? Like after he drew with Povetkin, he probably won that fight, and Matchroom let him go. His career just went off the boil. And then when he split with Ruttman, that was just not good. It's not good. Wasn't good at all. Wasn't good. I don't know if it was his decision partner with Ruttman. Not good.
He had a fight signed back in October, but he's still signed with Don King, and Don King threw an injunction in there, and there's a lot of paperwork going on between his camp and King's camp. He doesn't have a clear promoter, so that's why he hasn't been getting fights. He had that one fight in the UK not long ago, maybe a month or so ago, first round knockout. You remember that?
Yeah, at the York Hall. It was against a gypsy fighter, I think a traveler. Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
it was a pay-per-view event, and very, very little pay-per-view sales. So it's tough to sign him. And Mike Hunter's got such a laid back attitude. When I speak to him, I try to get him charged up. I try to tell him, Mike, man, you got a name in this division. There's so much potential out there. So many fights. How come you're not doing things? I try, but then they get canceled. Just I don't know. Just doesn't seem like he has the aggression that you need to be a contender in the division.
It looks like the politics have took the steam out of his ambition.
That's it. He made so what happened to his father. He's
Mike the bounty hunter.
Yep.
Fighter.
The original, and he just didn't push for those.
The breaks, did he? He didn't get the breaks.
They're pushing for a fight with Usyk, but when I speak to him, I say forget Usyk right now. Usyk's got a full menu, and Usyk's ready to retire. Go for some of these young guys. Become the trial horse. Become the gatekeeper. But show him what you got, because wicked talented fighter. But man,
he's not prepared to do that though. He probably thinks he's got too much to risk by doing that. He doesn't want a younger guy to come up on him. Well, he fought Usyk already at Cruiser, didn't he? He actually gave him a decent fight.
Yeah. And he's still he wants the rematch, but unfortunately, it's fallen on deaf ears.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve a shot at the title, so he can't expect that. He's way off. He's way off the pace. Way off the pace. Like Bacoli, I don't know what's happened to Bacoli. After that Jared Anderson fight, him, Ben Shalom, and Billy Nelson just made some bad decisions for him. You know what I mean?
His promoter, I think technically his promoter is Don King. And I'm not sure if he's still signed to Don King. I should give my buddy
Miles. What is Don doing? Putting cease and desist letters on fighters' fights, but what is he doing?
I don't know. It's insane. But he's doing it. I can't remember who he was going to fight, but he had a fight signed.
Man, anyone signing to Don King right now, desperation, isn't it? Must be just desperation. Just so little other opportunities out there. They're signing with Don.
Let me give his manager a call right now, Beats. Let me pull a surprise call on him and see if he picks up. He's a good friend of mine, so let me see if I can get him here.
Yeah, man.
Who's that?
Hey, Miles Bailey, what's happening, my brother?
Talk to me.
Hey, Miles, I'm on a show right now with my friend Boxing Beats and Rhymes. He's a good friend of mine from England, and we've been talking about Mike the Bounty Hunter. So we want to give you a call and want to know if you can tell us a little bit what's happening with the Bounty Hunter, brother.
Okay, when?
Right now, man, we're live.
Okay.
Oh, this is Miles Bailey. First of all, Boxing Beats and Rhymes.
I was in Jim Hunter, my man from Vegas.
Oh, the Catfish, man, the Catfish, yeah.
The Catfish.
All right, hey, Miles Bailey. This is Boxing Beats and Rhyme. Good friend of mine, runs a sensational channel in England. A lot of promotion here. Beats, Miles Bailey.
Hey, how you doing, sir?
Okay, how we doing? Not too bad, not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah, I'm Michael, the Bounty Hunters manager, so we're putting things together right now as we speak.
Keep going, Miles. Tell us
He's
what's
probably
happening.
He's probably going to fight in the next 60 to 90 days. We're trying to do Cinco de Mayo weekend. We're trying to get Andrew Ruiz. We got a couple of different avenues we're going to go, but we're working on that now as we speak.
Nice.
So Mike should be fighting. We should know something. Today is February, but by the middle of March or sooner. You know, I say the middle of March because we'll have the ink dried and the contract out, but everything is looking good with the Bounty Hunter. He won by, as you saw, a fifth round knockout over Elam Frankham in December in, I guess, London, right? Yeah, he won fifth round. And Hasim Rahman Jr. was in his corner. And he will be fighting soon.
That's what everybody's
So
asking.
Miles Bailey, yeah, I'm on Instagram, Miles Bailey 530. I'm on Facebook. And I got Kate Peters. She's fighting too. She's 4-0 with 4 knockouts. I know nobody likes the women, but I'm also working with my buddy Demetrius Long and Israel Mercado and Ronnie Graville. I got a whole bunch of fighters I'm working with, but those are the two that are in my stable that I have total control of.
Okay, why was this fight that he had in New York or London? Why is that not on his box rec? If the fight's not registered.
Why is what not on box rec?
The fight that he had in England at New York Hall.
I have no idea, but he did win. Anybody can look it up. Do you remember that, Bruce? I
Yeah.
sent it to you, right, Bruce?
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw it as well.
That's not on his record.
It's not on his record. And like he had another fight in Europe recently, which they said is not on his record.
Hey, it was a real fight. He knocked the guy out in the fifth round, and it was a lot. I mean, it was all over.
So you're saying he could potentially fight Andy Ruiz. They're saying Andy Ruiz might be fighting with Zufa with Dana White.
No,
So
we're trying to fight with Andrew Ruiz. It's not 100% yet. We're trying to get that fight.
Okay.
We're trying to get that fight. We didn't close that out yet. On Cinco de Mayo weekend.
Well, it's quite time flies. Mike's 37. He's got to get a move on. He's only got one loss in his record to Usyk. Got to get a move
Right.
on.
So we got the Usyk loss, but what's beautiful about that, Usyk has fought Dubois twice. He's fought Tyson Fury twice. And he's fought Anthony Joshua twice. And he won't fight Michael again. But we'll work that out. You know, once the chips up, maybe we get Turkey out of the sheet to push it, or the Brits, or Frank Warren. We'll make that happen.
Miles, one guy out there, Secret Dance Move. He wants to know about the Jarrell Miller fight falling through. The one with Don King through the injunction.
We had 2 fights with that, and Don stopped them both. He's supposed to fight him on the undercard of Crawford and Canelo.
Yeah, that was that weekend.
September.
Right.
Yeah, September. Yeah, we had it. And then we had another one on the big base. We were supposed to fight him in Madison Square Garden. So, but we're going to get that fight. It's working its way out. There's a couple of people working with me, Stacey McKinley, he works with Don. We're just trying to get the kinks out.
How
I don't know why
How
Don
come?
did it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. How come Don does this? The guy's almost 100 years old, and he's your friend, man. Why would he?
Maybe somebody can call him and ask him. I don't want to put words in Don's mouth. I don't know. If I had a crystal ball, I'd be rich. But I don't have that crystal ball. I couldn't tell you.
So is Mike having to fight in Mexico recently because the opportunities are not just opening up across the pond? Is that what's happening?
Yes, he can fight in Mexico. Do you have a fight lined up for him? You got a fight for us?
Yeah, but it just seems like a weird location for heavyweight boxing, like fighting in Mexico.
Okay, yeah, he can fight in Mexico.
Yeah, of course you can, but like them fights are getting little to no exposure. That's why he's not getting them big fights, I'm guessing. Because even at the York Hall, fighting at the York Hall in the UK, it's not like one of the top venues or anything like that. Why can't he get? What I'm
Correct.
asking is why can't he get on the bigger platforms? What is happening?
We're working on that now. We're working the kinks out. Within the next 30 to 60, 90 days, we'll have that worked out. By Cinco de Mayo, which is May 1st week in May. So we only talk about 2-3 months from now.
Okay. Because you tried to go on that Twitter platform.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you send it to me.
Oh yeah,
So I can
Miles.
put it out to the world.
Definitely, man. Because you know, my thing with Mike the Bounty Hunter is such a great talent, but it's going to waste, man. It's like putting a fine putting a fine steak on a shelf. It's starting to spoil. We got to see the Bounty Hunter in action, bro.
We're gonna get him. Trust me. Just stay in touch. You see how you called me? I got right on live. You see, I picked right up.
Yeah, my man, Miles.
My man, Catfish. Yeah, I wish I had Catfish on. He can tell you, but we're all working together to make this happen.
Okay.
Hey, we had a great talk the other day, man.
Huh?
We had a great talk the other day with the rabbi, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Richard Schwartz.
Richard
Right,
Schwartz.
my man Terry Canty is going to be helping me out of Detroit.
Richard's
He's going to do the wheelchair boxing, and he's got some killers for us. I wanted to give a shout out to my man Terry Canty and my boy Nermo Lorik, and of course Farad Pinchback and Dave Sees, my whole crew, and Blimp from the Gleason's Gym, and Leon Taylor. The whole crew, Otis from Vegas. I just like to keep everybody in the mix. And then, of course, my daughter with Eddie Hearns and Matchroom Boxing. He's doing a tremendous job. Kevin Rooney, Eddie Hearns, keeps the fights going from England like every other day you can see. I mean, every other week.
Yeah.
So,
Man.
Bruce, make sure you send that to me so I can put a blast on, give my man Bruce a shout out, so this way we can keep him going.
You got it, Miles.
Okay, gang, listen, if you need me, I'm a phone call away anytime, any place, anywhere, 24/7. I love boxing.
All right, Miles. Thanks so much, brother.
All right, Miles. Much
Bruce,
appreciated.
thank you, sir.
Appreciate
Hey, man, you know, we keep the show rolling. We get some new faces up here, new opinions. Hey, man, that's what it's all about, you know, Beats.
Appreciate it, Bruce, man. We got a little update on what's happening with Mike the Bounty Hunter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, sir.
His dad. I mean, like, people don't realize his dad beat like Oliver McCall, Black Muhammad Cowie, Pinklon Thomas on his record. His dad was something. A good fighter, man.
Yeah, his dad was definitely something, man. Back in the golden era.
Yeah, golden era.
The mid-90s. But anyway, Beats, I got a breakfast put in front of me now. My lovely wife just chopped a banana and an apple, so I'm gonna go for my first course and get some food in me. I appreciate you having me on here, brother. We'll do it again.
You're welcome, Bruce. Enjoy your breakfast, bro. All right. Been a great hangout, people. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.